I will be changing rear differential fluid for my truck today. It's got 100,000 kilometers on it, never changed it before, so this will be the first time I change it. Here are all the tools I need for today's job. Oil catch can that I need to catch the dirty fluid came out of differential housing. Hacks, screwdrivers, I think I need one of them to unfasten the drain bolt. Plastic razor knives. So after I take off the housing, I'll use those to scrape off the old silicone. That's the front of the truck, transfer case, exhaust pipe, gas tank, and this is the rear differential right here. So here's the fuel plug. It's just a rubber cap. We'll be taking it off, and when we're done, we'll be filling the new fluid through this fuel plug. And here's the drain plug. It's a hex screw head, so to take that off. Most people using 13mm online, and I think it's fine. There's some play in it, so instead I'll be using the 1/2 inch, and when I put this on, there's no play in it. It's snug. It's a snug fit, and that's good. For the drain bolt, I've tried a 1/2 inch hex screw, and there's a lot of play in it. But if I try the 9/16, it doesn't get in. It's too big. So I'm using the 14mm, and it's a very snug fit. You can see there's no play in it. Took the cover off so you can see what's inside, and try to explain a little bit about how a rear differential works. So again, that's the front of the truck. This is the drive shaft. So the drive shaft transfers power to the rear, and it goes inside into, I don't know if you can see, it's way back there. It transfers power into this thing. It's called a Pinion Gear. So this gear drives the ring gear. This is the ring gear. And the ring gear is attached to the spider gear. So as the ring gear turns, the spider gear turns with the ring gear. And the spider gear drives the side gear. So this is side gear here and here, and the side gear is attached to the axle that drives the wheel of the car. So this is the side gear for my driver's side wheel, and this is the side gear for my passenger side wheel. I applied silicone seal to the case cover. I'm using Red RTV high temperature gasket maker. It gets pretty hot when you're driving, and if you're towing a trailer, it probably gets hotter. So I think high temperature is the way to go. So I will be soon putting this case back onto the differential cover. When I put it back on, I will be hand tighten all the screws and let it sit there again for 40 minutes to an hour. And the reason for that is because right now the silicone is pretty soft, so if you put it back on and torque it right away, it's gonna squeeze too much silicone out of the seal surface, the contacting surface, and winter comes, it gets pretty cold, the silicone might have shrink, and there you get a leak. So I'll hand tighten it, let it sit there for an hour, so to let it harden a little bit, and after an hour I'm going to tighten the screws to the torque spec. Okay, so I'm done with the rear differential fluid change. Put everything back up together. Bolts are tightened to spec, so I might as well tackle the transfer case fluid today. Since I already got my hands dirty, might as well do it. So on my specific truck, it's equipped with a Born-Worn 4445 four-wheel drive transfer case. So I'll be draining out the old fluid and put this new one in. I've read people's discussing in the forum online that you can just put ADF plus 4. So ADF plus 4 is the transmission fluid. You can just put that into the transfer case as well, but some other people say depending on the exact model of your transfer case. So for the sake of safety, I bought the specific transfer case fluid from the dealership, and I'll be putting it in today. The problem with the specific fluid for my transfer case is that this is a 5-liter jug, and it costs $37 to get it from a Chrysler dealer. Now, this is a 1-liter jug. It costs $38. So I think they're pretty similar, but like I said, for the sake of safety, I'm putting the more expensive stuff. I don't think it's worth that much, but I'm putting it in anyway, just for the peace of mind. Alright, so here we go again. This is the transfer case, Born-Worn 4445. This is the fuel plug, and this is the drain plug. When you change the fluid, not just for any transfer case, but for any fluid, always take out the fuel plug first, because what happens is if you take out the drain plug and drain all the fluid, and later on you figure the fuel plug was stuck, or you can't take it off, then you're screwed, because then there's no way for you to put any fluid back in, and you're not supposed to drive the truck while there's no lubrication inside the transfer case. Alright, so let's do it. So these are 3/8 inch square holes for this is my wrench. It actually has a 1/2 inch, so it was too big to fit into the hole, but I've got a adapter, so it takes 1/2 inch on this side, and it transfers to 3/8 inch on the other side, so that's perfect. Let's do it. Okay, that's the wrong direction. Perfect.